Woman, an in-depth exploration of the world of women today with Sandra Elkin.
Good evening and welcome to Woman. My guest this evening will discuss equal education, and most particularly the controversial Title IX of the Education Amendments of 1972, which among other things mandate equal treatment for women in athletic programs.
Let's fast forward, because we've come a long way. For more than 5 decades, Title IX has helped change the game for women in sports, opening doors and creating opportunities for generations of athletes. Now, the Nines Foundation is continuing that mission, bringing together the athletes, leaders, and advocates, pushing women's sports forward. And at the sold-out Nine Awards here in Las Vegas inside Allegiant Stadium, Foundation President and WNBA legend Jennifer Azzi saw that mission on full display.
It feels so good. I mean, to see the crowd that we're going to have in the room tonight, tons of influential, both business people in the sports world, and just you're going to feel at the event just this real spirit of human achievement. And when you give people a platform, you give them support, really anything is possible when you meet that with passion, preparation, and every young person. There's going to be a number of young girls in the room that I think are going to get to see these amazing women as role models. And I really like to think about what's the 10-year-old, 12-year-old girl thinking right now, watching A'ja Wilson, Caitlin Clark, these amazing women, and now seeing where now they will be able to take it. But all of this stuff is rooted in Title IX. That's where it all started.
A mission powered not just by words, but by investment, advocacy, and people willing to put their support behind the game. Something Las Vegas Aces and Las Vegas Raiders owner Mark Davis knows well.
I want them to invest more. Let's put it that way. And again, Title IX started out as participation and equal participation in the gender. And now I believe it's got to move on to equal compensation. And it takes a lot of people to invest in this and to understand the importance of it.
And when I asked who he was most excited to celebrate with, he had this to say.
All of them.
Every single one.
Every one of them.
For Las Vegas Aces president Nikki Fargas, celebrating the night's honorees was also a reminder of the mission they continue to carry forward.
I'm just really appreciative of all the honorees and their journey. And I had a chance to visit with Hilary Knight.
Yes.
I got a chance to obviously see one of the most iconic athletes to ever grace our court with Lisa Leslie. And they all share the same vision. They all dreamt of being a part of something bigger than themselves. They all dreamt of being an Olympian. And look what's happened. They all dreamt about how we move the game. How do we become more intentional on providing opportunities? So I'm just really excited to be able to highlight and celebrate them.
And Las Vegas Raiders president Sandra Douglass Morgan knows no matter the position, women have the power to make an impact.
I think about untapped talent when I think about it, whether it be on the court, on the field, in the boardroom, about just giving someone an opportunity to be able to shine and flourish, which can ultimately help your team, help your company, help your agency, your overall industry. The growth of women, not only in women's sports, but in the entire sports industry, is getting more visibility. And I'm really proud to be a member of the Raiders, obviously, and thank Mark Davis for entrusting me in this position with Nikki in her position to be able to give women additional opportunities to show that, when we're here, we can actually do an incredible job and raise value and fandom for both teams.
9 Awards Excellence Award recipient, WNBA trailblazer, and 4-time Olympic gold medalist Lisa Leslie has spent her career helping change the game, and she was quick to recognize Mark Davis as a strong advocate for women in sports.
I feel honored, but in some ways, I also feel like we should be honoring Mark Davis, right? It's like to recognize the importance of women's sports in our country, the fight that it takes for us to have it. We wouldn't have had college basketball the way that we do, high school basketball, and of course, pro basketball, but pro sports in general. So we're really excited. It's unfortunate. We're born girls and we have to fight to have our rights here, but listen, we're up for it. We've done it this far and we won't stop.
For 5-time Olympic gold medalist Missy Franklin, receiving the 9 Awards Glass Ceiling Award meant joining an incredible group of powerhouse women who came before her.
It means everything. I'm still just in shock that I'm receiving this award. I look at the other recipients tonight, the recipients that have come before me in this award, Dominique Dawes, Allison Felix, like a little bit of imposter syndrome. Like, I can't believe that I'm here and among that list of names, but It means everything to me, especially now having a 4-year-old and a 16-month-old, both girls. Like, being able to set this example and continue to do this work for all young girls, but then looking at my own 2 daughters and making sure that they're going to have the chance to do whatever they want to do one day, like, that's the most important work I could do.
Game Changer Award recipient and hockey icon Hilary Knight has seen just how far the sport can take her, and she's using that journey to help create a path for younger generations to follow.
It's a huge honor. I mean, if you just look around the room and what this club and organization has done and championed women and what this night is about, and other individuals who are also receiving awards, it's really special. And to be honest, I don't know, I love team sports. Sport just signed up at a young age. It's crazy where it's taken me. It's awesome to finally have a platform now to be able to lend a voice to people who don't necessarily have one, and hopefully have a positive impact on other people's lives through sport. I mean, what gets better than that, right? I mean, it's a huge honor, and it's a responsibility, but a fun one.
And for Las Vegas Aces player Jewell Loyd, the night was a chance to take in just how far women's sports have come, surrounded by the people who helped make that growth possible.
It's definitely a celebration, honoring the old, the new, what's to come, and being able to do it with community. Obviously here with the 9 awards, it's a really community-based, but Mark just makes sure that he's able to support as the men do, which is awesome. And, as we were seeing, even from last year, it's bigger and better, and having that growth is remarkable.
The evening continued with a celebration of this year's honorees, their legacies, and the impact they continue to make in women's sports. And as more people choose to support and invest in women, the mission only grows stronger. For Morning Blend's Bright Lights Las Vegas, I'm Jessica Rosado.